spelling of my name. It's one T, not two, but I can live with two T's. It's okay. Okay, here's my book. It's called, well, this is my first one anyway. It's called Billy's Adventures. It's about a kid who runs away from home and he travels the world. So, you know, that's exactly what it is. It's about named Billy who goes on adventures. So that's why it's called that. Even though it seems very generic, it's pretty interesting, I think. Okay. I have one little excerpt I'm going to read from this. And it is in chapter 3. Okay, here goes. This partially explains why he takes off on his adventure. So, if you listen up close, you'll figure out why. Okay. So my son's a criminal, is that right? Billy's dad, Ted, asks. He wears a coat and tie, white button-up with vertical stripes, snazzy. But his tie is loosened and his elbows are on his knees. He has the form of a monk in prayer. Waylon's desk, Counselor Waylon. The altar. Tina, Billy's mom, sits next to his dad, dressed in a spandex workout outfit, purple and yellow striped. She leans back with her legs crossed and hands folded in her lap. Billy sits perpendicular to the three in a small chair with a green cushion on a wooden frame. The cushion's too big and far too soft, like a rotten pumpkin, he thinks. Waylon is behind her desk with a folder open, a red pen in her hand. The whole scene stinks of malfeasance. Waylon glares low at Ted, peering through an opening above her glasses. Of course he's no criminal, she looks at Billy. Not yet, anyway, but he has engaged in a number of uncivil actions as of late. For instance, Ted asks, for instance, he brought these to school today, she says. Waylon drops the bag on the desk. Go ahead, look at them. Poppers, flashers, M150s, a couple sparklers, a few packs of bottle rockets, smoke bombs, ladyfingers, stink bombs, and what's this? Asks his dad, holding a blue ball the size of a plum. That's a mortar round, says Billy, breaking his code of silence. Aren't they supposed to go into a tube, he says? There's no tube. You don't need a tube, says Billy. You can just light the thing and throw it as far as possible and take cover. Ted's mouth is agape. You were just going to throw a mortar shell out on the grass somewhere? Did you up and lose your sense? You'll start a fire. He drops around back into the bag. You're in big trouble when we get home. Billy's mom shoots him a glare, angry enough to give him chills. She's good at that. Ahem, says Waylon. In any case, these fireworks are an indication of a sick mind. He also, sick mind? What? Says Billy. You need to be quiet, she yells. Billy slinks into his chair, crosses his arms, and looks away from the behemoth counselor. As I was saying, Billy threw a tantrum in his math class this morning. It seems that he was averse to learning the material prepared for him, and later he engaged in a heated shouting match with another student, in which he said such terrible things they should never be uttered again. I was explaining these activities by his teacher, Mr. Jennings, and he can attest to these events. That's not really so bad, says Ted. Nobody wants to sit in class and do their work, Tina chimes in. Of course, we'd always thought he enjoyed learning. Apparently, Waylon says, he does not. Billy jumps up, pointing an accusatory finger. That's horse shit, let me tell. Will you shut up? She says, sit down and shut your ingrate mouth. There are grown-ups talking. You have no part. You better do as she asks, son, Ted asks. Keeping his eyes on Miss Waylon, Billy sits, following the calm but stern words of his father. Thank you, Waylon says. He's been nothing but a terror all day. She flips her hair back and shuffles some papers over the desk. She looks back up at Billy's parents and puts a smile on her face. So we had the fireworks, the outburst in Mr. Jennings' class, and upon his arrival at my office, he physically assaulted a mentally challenged boy, a helpless young boy by the name of Oscar. Oh, my boy, says Tina. Her face goes into her palm. Ted shakes his head in disgust. But wait, there's more, says Waylon, getting giddy. I most recently learned that he dented a stall and destroyed a soap dispenser in the boys' bathroom, spraying soap all over the walls and mirrors. It took 2 hours to clean, even longer because the cleaning agent used was the same as the offending liquid. Needless to say, the janitors are very angry, and any students that entered the classroom were traumatized by the terrible scene. I've already had a dozen student complaints regarding this issue. Good God, says Ted. So, says Waylon, the extent of the problem. Maybe this isn't all that necessary. I mean, what if he just had a bad day? Ted says. Miss Whalen rolls her eyes. Bad day? I don't think so. This is a pattern of behavior that falls right in line with earlier complaints. Here you can see, she says. She spins the folder and contents toward them. Ted reads. Disruptive in class, talking in class, disruptive in class. Engendering support for terrorism? He said. Oh yes. Last year, his guerrilla squad planned to egg the school library for charging late fees, a necessity to keep it profitable. Fortunately, our informant tipped us off. Well, I don't need any more convincing, Ted says. Anything you think will help our little boy, Tina says, unusually agreeable, is fine with us. She reaches to Billy and pats him on the leg. I believe option 1D will be best, Whalen says. That's the Adderall combined with the rigorous behavior modification course, right? Says Ted. Yes, but I would also like to tack on an optional antidepressant, says Whalen. You hear that, Billy? Mom says, you'll be better in no time. She rubs his leg, jovial with prospects. Billy smiles back, betraying his true thoughts. Ted reads through one of the sheets. His features are jovial until at once he frowns. How much is this going to cost? Miss Whalen narrows her eyes and smiles. It's free of charge. By the way, thank you. It's available at the Raven Bookstore if you'd like to get it. It's very nice. It's for young adults because I couldn't write for proper adults. So, but everyone should read it. Billy's Adventures. Check it out.